lovelies, come on in. It is time. It is time. Who's in the house today? I see people. Everyone's coming on in. I think I did it. Yep, I did. Just checking to make sure I didn't flip it out. Hello, beautiful friend Cassie. How are you? There's Carla. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Glad to see everybody coming on in. There's Doris and Cynthia and Danielle. Nails for Vacation. Sandra is there too. Hi, Corliss. Hello, Marguerite. Sarah's in the house. And Michelle and Barbara. Hello, hello. Hello, Jeanette. Karen, good to see you. Thanks, Yolanda. She likes my hair. Let me just tell you, I threw some curlers in there. Hi, Heather and Denise. Good to see you. Lucy's here too. Yay. And there's our lovely Jenny. Hello, Rebecca. And yes, you got your wonderful order. Yay. They go fast, don't they? I don't know why they're saying that the post office is slow. That's what we're getting on the news. Hi, Joanne and Mia. You survived the hurricane. Well, we supposedly had landfall here in North Carolina last night, but it's on the way up to New York. So there you go. Hi, Helen and Gwen. Good to see you. Did I miss anybody? Catherine's here. Margot's here. Yay. Good to see you. So today is our Tuesday tip. Oh man, I hope you guys are having a good day. And are you ready for tonight? Did you see that I posted in the groups? We just decided at the very last minute, poor Jenny, she's so wonderful, you guys. We have to give Jenny a big birthday present. Her birthday's tomorrow. I was gonna wait and say anything, but you know. Hi, Lizzie. Vanessa's here too. Yay. Good, 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 good. Anyway, we are doing a webinar tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. The reason that we're doing it is because we've had so many of the very same questions about the sprint. And you know, every time we do a revision on the sprint, the guide gets bigger. So you know what I thought? Let's do this. Let's just put it out. I'll lay it all out. You can have questions. You can have answers. I will give you all the information. And let's just keep it easy, right? Because the sprint, as you know, is a free deal. But I know that there's some maybe complications or maybe there's some things you don't understand about it. I want to make sure that you understand because you know what I want? This is the thing that I want. I want everybody who's in it to win it. I want everybody to come along this, go through right on to the end, right through that finish line and say, what? Seriously. That's why we're doing this. So it's savingdinner.com/burn because you're going to melt that fat. We're going to scorch it to get signed up. It is free. Of course, it is free. And we have some free resources for you. The guide will be there. You'll get the hydration schedule. You'll get the supplement schedule. You'll get, what else is there? I don't know. I have it written down somewhere. You'll get a food journal. We usually charge for that. Everything will be there. So you have a nice big resources so that you can rock the sprint. I want to make sure that you guys are like all the way there, all the way. Because you know what? Haven't we half-assed it enough in this lifetime? I'm sorry. That's the only word that I know. It's so true though. We decide, oh, okay, it's hard. Now I'm out. Boom. And there we go. You know, me. Forget it. I want to see you guys just say, this is it. I'm laying it down. I'm doing this. But you know what? You know where you get that confidence from? Is understanding and knowing how to do it. That is why I'm having the webinar tonight. I'm just going to line it all up. We're going to open up the Q&A afterwards, and I will answer every single one of your questions. You are not going to want to miss this. Jenny's absolutely right. savingdinner.com/burn. Tell a friend, get your family involved, bring everybody in. Let's do this. I'm going to show you how simple this is. because it really is an easy program. It's not complicated, and there's good science, good reasons behind all of it, and I just know you're going to love it. So there. That's why. All right. So what else do we have here? I guess that's it. We have our Q&A, of course, always on Fridays. So send in your questions to support@savingdinner.com. And in that subject line, question for Leanne on Friday, I'll answer your questions, I promise. We have a great quote of the week. It's a rock your world quote of the week. Some of our quotes of the week are just soft and pretty and just, oh, it's so inspirational. And others are just like somebody took a hammer and just whacked you right upside of your head. This is a whacker, okay? This is a whacker. So buckle up, buttercups. Don't get mad about the results you didn't earn for the work you didn't do. Oh, man, I got to drop it. It's so hot. Right? But it's a good one. I mean, it's a good one. It makes us really take a look at what the heck we're doing, right? Because sometimes, you know what, we do things in a way that, and then we wonder why we're not getting the results. Oh my gosh. But guess what? You didn't do the work. The work. It's all about the work. And work is not a four-letter word. Yes, it is a four-letter word, but it's a good one. It's a good four-letter word. It always gives us the satisfaction of a job well done. Always. We put forth an effort, we get back a reward. You know? Yeah, easy is great. Easy is this, and I've made some easy elements in the sprint. I've made easy elements in everything that I can possibly think of to do. However, when it comes right down to it, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. There's that little bit of, you know, reaping what you sow thing. There's kind of a little balance on that fulcrum. So next Monday we sprint. I want you to come tonight though too, so that you can get set up for it, especially if you've quarantined 15'd yourself with all that sourdough starter and everything. Good grief, have we all not done that? Well, this is a good way to reset, and also I'll give you the lowdown on what to do next, okay? So that's tonight, savingdinner.com/burn. And you can watch it. If you can't make it, sign up anyway. We'll send it to you. You can watch it. We also have, this is the last day for Get Lean CLA. This is our supplement of the week. We always have a supplement of the week, except next week I don't think we will, because we got something else planned. You shall see. I just want you to really recognize something. When I bring these supplements out and say this is the supplement of the week, you're going to be saving about $50 or more, you know, depending on the supplement. That's how crazy these are. So you'll buy 3, you will get 1 free, you will get free shipping. All you have to do is put 3 in your cart. We'll take care of the 4th one for you. This is the way to go. This is such a deal. I can't believe it. Why are we doing this? We're doing it because we're buying those particular ones in such quantities that we can pass that savings to you. So check it out. Go to savingdinner.com/CLA. That's for this particular supplement. And don't forget, you put $200 in that cart, you are going to get a Mindful mug. How do you like that? Mindful mugs are just the best. And we have several different, we have 2 different designs. We have the next one coming up here shortly. We just love to delight and entertain. And aren't I delightful and entertaining? Shortly, I'll get up and do a song and dance for you. Not really, but... All right, so what is today going on here? My sister's going to get in on it. She just doesn't know it. There you go. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Those sprint recipes that we have, they will rock anyone's world. And you can bring the whole family on board. Just give them a baked potato, and we're done. You know, you don't have to be a short order cook. No, ma'am, we don't do that. All right. So in lieu of the song and dance, I want to talk to you a little bit about the negotiation tactics that we throw on ourselves. Now, should we negotiate with ourselves? I think so sometimes. Should we negotiate always? I think there are times when we fool ourselves that negotiation is the way to go. So it really depends. We have to negotiate with ourselves, though, with something. Some things need to be adjusted, but there's other times when let's just face facts that what we're trying to do is not negotiate with ourselves. We're trying to bargain with ourselves. Look, if I have this donut, I'll hit the treadmill hard tomorrow, or if I do it just this once, and there's a whole lineup of things that we can put out there that are going to justify this idea that we have. And I just think it's so funny because I found myself doing that today. And I thought, what am I doing here? I'm thinking, well, and this is a really good negotiation, by the way. My usual thing, and I've told you this, is when I'm undoing my dishwasher and getting the coffee ready, and there's all this stuff, my piggyback habit is to get there and do the 4-minute workout, which you'll find out about that tonight. 4-minute workouts, free, it's easy, and it is very effective, and I love it, and I share this all the time. So I'm doing my first 4-minute workout of the day, right? Or I'm getting ready to, and I negotiate with myself and said, you know what? It'll be even better if I get the rest of my morning ritual done, and I can do my 4-minute workout when I come upstairs to my office, because I have a vibration platform. And what that does is it helps for you it gives your muscles 30% more. Anyway, so so I thought to myself, am I negotiating this or am I bargaining with myself? What's going on here? And I said, no, I'm negotiating because I am really going to do it, Now, the best scenario would have been for me to text Marla, because she's my body clutter buddy, and say, hold me to an account for this. But I didn't. Instead, I did it all by myself. I negotiated this with myself, came upstairs, dropped all my books after I was done, because I read, I journal, I have my whole thing. I have my whole setup that I do. This is what I use. I use our Take Back Your Life journals. We have these, and you start the day with it's just a 90-day journal planner so that you can get your goals on fire, and you can be doing something every day toward that goal, starting with gratitude and just kind of a introspective, it's just a really great planner. Anyway, so I did come upstairs, I dropped the books, I dropped my journal, I dropped everything down, and I went over, turned on the vibration plate, and did my whole workout. See? That was a successful negotiation. Now, a bargain would have been a lot different, because I would have bargained with myself to say, you got the webinar tonight, it's going to be a busy day, you've got all these things going on. I'll just do it tomorrow. Huh? That is a bargain. And those bargaining chips that we throw down, they're pretty worthless and pretty useless. And that's why I want to look at this a little bit, because there are times when it's important for us to be able to be open and a little flexible for some negotiation. But it's cheap and easy if we go the bargaining chip way. Cheap and easy, and that is a rationalization that we talked about yesterday that we just don't want in our lives. They make us feel like crap. Am I right? I mean, does it ever make you feel good when your integrity goes because you can't keep a promise to yourself? Negotiation is flexible. It's flexible. It's allowing for things that may come into your life. For example, what if you had somebody call that you hadn't seen in a long time, without let's just pull aside this whole idea of the pandemic. Let's pretend that it's non-existent. A friend unexpectedly calls you and says, hey, I'm in town unexpectedly. My flight got canceled and I'm not going to be able to fly out until midnight tonight. This has happened to me, a few times. And you have then, at this point, there's a negotiation you need to make. You have made a promise to yourself, your integrity, right? That you're going to, do your exercise, do this, do that. But this friend is in town. You haven't seen this person in a year or 5 years or whatever. At that point, it's a negotiation point. Because this is something that's unexpected and something that you can't say, no, I've got to do this, and then you miss out on that whole opportunity to see this friend. No. At that point, the flexibility comes in. We've got to be flexible with ourselves about that. And we also have to hold ourselves to a high account. And most of the time, we're not going to get phone calls like that. Most of the time. But when we're in the bargaining mode, we're a heat-seeking missile looking for a target. Is there anything that can get me out of this, right? I don't want to do the the exercise. I don't want to drink all that water. I don't want to cook for myself. I just want to have something easy. I just want crackers and chips and cheese. Lots of cheese and some wine. Wine. Well, you know what? That's all real flimsy, isn't it? It really is. And how many times do we do that, though? In earnest, and lots of energy goes behind it. We're just sitting there, we're just making, we're just making up like, well, this is something that we need to get into and do. No, it's not. We should never bargain with food, first of all, ever. Food is not a bargainer. Food isn't on the table yet, anyway. You know what I'm saying. But food should not have a voice or an opinion. You need to trump the food. You need to make the decisions and not let the food make the decisions for you. I've shared my story a few thousand times about the whole thing when I was just hooked up with so much chocolate. Audrey's asking, can we have alcohol? Not during the sprint, but you can have wine, or you can have a glass of like a vodka soda or something like that. Sure, you can have that. But just recognize that when you're drinking, several things happen. When you're drinking and eating sugar, two things happen. Your body has to clean up the alcohol first, then it needs to clean up the sugar, then it can get to the business of weight loss. So this is why if we're drinking a lot, we're not losing any weight. So keep that in mind. I keep it very plain, mostly during the week. If I have a glass of red wine, I might have a glass of red wine with a really nice steak that Mark's made, but anyway, that's what I do. You can have alcohol, but just remember, if you want, if you want to lose weight, that it's going to hold you back. That's one of the problems with it. So getting to this place of stopping this whole, bargaining chip stuff with all of your, with yourself, and instead negotiating when something really, truly does arise that makes sense, that is important. I mean, for example, if your husband calls you and says, hey, I've got a flat tire on the side of the road, and you say, well, you're going to have to wait an hour and a half because I've got to do this, this, and this, and I don't want to break integrity. No, because it's not a bargaining thing at that point. It's a negotiation thing. You need to then say, okay, so when we get home from doing whatever this is, then I will go and I will take care of the thing that I said I was going to do. I think that makes all the difference in the world, because negotiations, again, allow for good reasons, and bargaining really is just, is just an excuse maker. That's all it is. It just generates new excuses. And that doesn't work, And the thing that I think we need to look at, like there's this whole thing, continuum. I went through my head on how this all worked, and I was like, wow, this is really scary. I'm so good at this, right? So when you have a reason, a true reason for doing something and breaking a promise to yourself or whatever, you can see that this reason is only going to strengthen you in some way or some fashion. It's going to strengthen your relationship with your husband if you show up and pick him up from the flat tire. It's going to strengthen relationship with an old friend that you haven't seen in a long time. Whereas if it's a bargaining thing, it's going to weaken something. It's going to weaken your resolve. It's going to weaken what you're doing. It's going to weaken the way that you're eating. It's going to weaken everything, and it won't make you feel good at the end. So the reason's going to strengthen you, while the bargain chip is going to weaken you up big time. It also is something that's outside of ourselves. Have you noticed that? When a good reason comes along, it's not something that we suddenly thought up. It's something that happens. It's the phone call from the long lost friend. It's your husband saying, I need you to come pick me up. My car broke down. Or it's something that is outside of you. Whereas when you're going the bargain route, what you're finding is you've got all these reasons inside of you. Oh my gosh, they're legendary. Oh, well, just 5 more minutes, 15 more minutes of just one more show on Netflix, and it's midnight. Just one more. It's only 30 minutes. I'll go to bed by 12:30. So it's all in you. It's all coming out of you. And instead of getting your sleep, you're watching, you're still on the binge of Netflix night after night with a glass of wine, and how much is that serving you? It's not. And you know, the other thing is there's a lot of emotion attached to it. Oh, I just really want that. Blah, 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 blah. Whereas this, when we're talking about reasons and we're talking about a true reason that's outside of ourselves, that comes up, that strengthens us, there's no real emotion attached to it except that it's going to make us better. It's going to make us a better friend. It's going to make us a better spouse. It's going to help us to become a better person, allowing a little bit of that agenda to go. And that is, you know, that is everything, because when we have this idea that, you know, everything is on the table until something comes up, even if it's in our own head, then we lose out big time, because we don't get a chance to strengthen our resolve. We don't get a chance to work through the tough part. We don't get a chance to say, you know what, I don't want to do this right now. I might not want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because every time you do that, you connect those neural pathways. And you know, I've shared before in, I don't know, I think it was in the Full Bloom workshop, about how the piano player, if he played the piano in his head, he could get just as good a results and get the same pathways in his head lighting up if he imagined himself doing it, if he emoted while he was doing it, versus if he was really actually doing it. They've done brain scans on both, and it's exactly the same. So what does that tell you? That just tells you that when you line up emotionally behind something that you want to do, and you can really get through, and especially when you pass and beat the complacency and beat the inertia that you really are feeling and that you do not want to go and do that, when you go past that, you break a wall, you break a barrier down, and you get to the place of now connecting those neural pathways. You're now the concert pianist. You're now playing and you're emoting and you're feeling it, and you didn't even have to do much. You just had to make that decision that, yes, I'm going to go forward. That to me is breakthrough stuff. Literally. I mean, that breaks you through and it takes you over to the other side, and it gives you such power, such satisfaction. And you know, you're like at-a-girling yourself and giving yourselves a little pat on the back, and you deserve it. We have the opportunity to be able to determine the difference between a negotiation and a bargain, and we have the ability to see how that all plays out by the way we feel. You know, we have this knowing inside, and our knowing knows. Our knowing knows. You know, I told you yesterday the little Bugs Bunny thing with the devil on his shoulder and the angel on the other. Don't do it, says the angel. And the devil's going, yes, do it. Eat the chocolate. And we just need to just pop them both off and look inside. Because inside is the strength for everything that you need. Did you know that? Everything you need. Because God created you that way. He gave us all that kind of incredible DNA, that we are meant for more, that we have a purpose here on this life. Our purpose isn't just to clean up our houses and worry about getting into size 6 jeans. Our purpose is here so that we can help others. And when we get these things behind us, we get to open up our lives for bigger and better things. That is the truth. That happened with me. It happened with Marla. It's happened with so many people that I know, because there is a whole big world waiting for you. There's a whole big life waiting for you. We got to get rid of the inflammation so you feel better. We got to get your house cleaned up so that you can invite people in at spur of the moment. We've got to bring you to the place of understanding that you are that powerful. You are that powerful. And you're an incredible woman, you know, whether you know it yet or not. And I just want you to put that out there, and you start to think about the power that you have within. It's your big, beautiful self. It's your intuition. It's your knowing. It's the Holy Spirit. It's your empathy. And it's all boiled into one. And it's the part of you that loves. It's the part of you that cares. It's the part of you that stops because there's a turtle crossing the street and you want to take it over to the other side so it doesn't get squished. That's who you are. And that's purposeful. And that's God's plan. So I just want you to keep this in mind as you're thinking about these things and you're possibly negotiating with yourself. Negotiate with yourself for the highest level of life that you want to lead. Because a vibrant life is all about getting those things that you have your eyes on. And I'm talking about cars and vacations and all of that. I'm talking about the things in life that you want. Happiness, connection, love, peace, children that are going to grow up the way you want them to grow up. All of that, all of those intangibles can become the things that you want when your eyes are focused on the prize. And that prize is you. You are the prize. Did you know that? I sure hope so. Anyway, I am going to get ready for tonight. We have a webinar tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Even if you can't be there, you can at least sign up and you can watch it at your leisure. Go to savingdinner.com/burn, because I'm going to show you why this program is so remarkable, how to do it easily, give you the resources, answer every single one of your questions. None of this costs a dime. None of it. This is a service announcement, public service announcement. So pinkies up, be there with bells on. Bring your pinkies. I want to see you tonight. And I appreciate you all totally. And remember this, that you are everything, you have everything that you need inside of you. It's just waiting for you to stir that little pot. That's it. Stir the pot and recognize the power that you have within and the beautiful self that's in there as well. You're incredible. Remember that. Peace be with you. I really appreciate you guys. I will see you tonight at 7. Bye.